Hi, folks. Time now for another episode of Art Time with Nick, the show where I draw at least three of the thumbnails for my upcoming episodes of Nevermind the Furthermore. And if I get through that, I take audience requests and we chat and have a good time. Art Time with Nick is made possible by the Independent Creator Directory at INDIECD.org. That's indiecd.org. Let's see if I have any of that. I need to get the banner set up over there for that. Now, let's get cracking right into it because we've got a lot to do today, guys. Here we go. Alrighty, we've got our canvas already laid out. As usual, I am working in Clip Studio Paint Volume 1. It's Clip Studio Paint EX. It's a wonderful program, and I'm quite fond of it. I don't like subscription services, so I don't use the subscription version. If the music is too loud or bothersome for anyone who's watching, please let me know. Other than that, let's just crack on. I'm not really sure what I'm feeling today, so we're just gonna get into it. I've had a lot on my mind. I have several projects that are coming to fruition. Yeah, we're set up there. Let's grab, since it feels like it's going to be a sketch to start, grab a blue and I think I'm feeling the G-pen. Actually, I think I am feeling the mechanical pencil. I like to feel the mechanical pencil to warm up sometimes because it gives me that, much like how I used to draw. So it allows me very light, very quick line. I draw a lot of people on here. And we do a lot of different characters and things. My method is kind of I like to block the shapes in of the relevant body parts. So especially with women, I don't do it fully this way, but the torso is usually a bit of a sort of diamond, and that's to go in line with the spine, where you kind of get a more pentagon for the pelvis. Thicken that up a bit. I wanted to do this one a little more instructional than I have lately, especially since it looks like I've got a quiet chat today, so that's fine. Now, when you're blocking in and you're not fully free drawing, understanding the core shapes really helps you get a feel. Now, you want your elbows. Your elbows should really be within the arc of about where somebody's belly button is, a little bit above the belly button. And I find that really helps just keep track of your proportions. And we're going to pull a bendy line down there, and we're going to follow the spine here. And we can even add this to give you the planes of the body. Now, like I said, this is not my usual method anymore because I'm pretty good at knowing where the parts are supposed to go. But I had some people ask for some instructions, so I'm going to be a little more instructive right now. Oh, we got a chat. Well, let's see, who's saying what in the chat? Oh, hello, Grant. That's Grant. We're joined by Grant Lankard in the chat. Let me bring that up for you guys. Grant is the author of an artist for Beowulf, which is a great title. Great fun title. I have certain artistic tweaks, and I hope you're staying warm, Grant, wherever you are. I tend to put a lot of meat on my elbows. Say what? Say what about what, sir? Anyway, since I don't know what I'm doing with her, don't have a planned pose. But I want to keep it open so you guys can see. So I'm thinking I'll go with a classic waitress kind of pose. Now, sometimes you have to check. Thumb orientation is something you want to keep in mind a lot when you're drawing, because I see some people who, I mean, they even launch Kickstarters, and they're not sure where their thumbs go. And we're starting to get a nice shape. But yeah, Grant Lankard is an amazing creator. And we're just going to go through some very anime. Give her a bit of ears. I kind of like ears on somebody sometimes. You know? A lot of times the ears are flat, but one of my best friends had ears that stick out. So I don't know. We'll see. They give a character, well, frankly, character. Increase her bust just a bit. She's not going to be a terribly busty character, but I do like to have that marked in. And gotta think about her hair. I'm kind of building it instead of the way I usually do. So we'll give her maybe a side shave kind of deal and a bit of a spike. Not a full area. Oh, okay. Just kind of got an aggro spike. I dig that. We'll pull this down. No stress, no mess. Yeah, I don't quite understand what say what was, Grant. And I don't usually run commercials during this program because if I were to run a commercial, it sucks in the time, and I try to keep this one a little, I want to expand her hips. So we have her. I think her head might be a little big. But I do like the idea that there's this kind of, she's got, what does she have going on? There's an energy here I haven't quite placed. Oh, okay, I get it. She's another barista. So let's change this real quick. And we're still on the sketch layer, so nothing has to be precise yet. There's no real tie down, guys. Nothing to be stressful over. Oh. We'll give her coffee cups. I think I'll give her actual coffee cups. A lot of people don't realize that coffee used to come in this thing called a mug, and you would get it at the restaurant. And it came in decaf and regular. And that's what you got. And if you wanted anything in it, you had to put it in yourself. It's been a long shift. I can just tell it's been a long shift on this lady. Give her the button up. Oh, the dread button up polo tee of I'm working this job and I don't want to. But okay. I still like that she's got some strong girl energy. And she's annoyed. That head's a little off scale though, so I get to play with that. So we're just gonna do this. And I got a message every time I have annoyed someone. And we're gonna just do that. I drew her head way too big. I'm okay with that. So we'll just fix that. Okay. Deselect that. I love being able to resize things. She still needs we got coffee. I like the idea that she's a gym girl though. Like most waitresses I know, especially of the old school style, tend to be a bit on the strong side. which is fine. I like strong people. Everybody has a strength of some sort. We'll just give her that little more piece. Yeah. Give her a little table. She's setting up around. It's sloppy, but again, we're still in the sketch layer. What else? We'll This is an old joke that few who know me will truly get, but that's going to be the name of the coffee shop that she's working at. Put that on the window. And needs a dude over here hiding behind his laptop. Writing. It's still cold out, should be. Not for typing papers. That dude just doing that. There we go. That gives me lots of room to play. And he left. Okay. Well, we'll just keep at it. If there are any requests, guys, let me know. I'll be happy to take them on. Let me grab a Pangari Musca. Okay. What? Well, I have a lot of pens. I think I might play with Zero today. Zero might be the hero of the day. Oh, I forgot. Need to make it black. That's good. That's good. And let's get into it. I'm gonna crack into it. And then after this, we'll do a nice painting, I think. I need to really blend my painting and figure drawings. I haven't really gotten both parts of my art brain to come together like that. But that's okay. We'll do this. This is a nice pen. This is... Give her a little chickadee here. But she's got like the long frame. Oh yeah, we're definitely throwing those in there because they frame the face neat. So she's got that. The pen's off. And she's got her little side kind of shavy bit here, side shavy bit there. And the hair is going to be very dramatic. This is someone whose joy in life is making sure they have the right product in their hair, though they'll never admit it. I think we all know someone like that. There we go. That's pretty good. Let's pull this down just a bit to keep things working. Yeah, I will, for the folks who wonder, probably be at this for in the neighborhood of an hour and a half, because it usually takes me about half an hour to do a picture. She is definitely feeling things this Monday. And that's okay. We all feel things on a Monday morning. So let's just try to keep that feel going, so at least, and give her some piercings. Bam, bam. Give her the little headset off to the side, though. Got that, that. Think about how the fabric is going to work. So she's rocking a dude shirt, which is fine. There we go. Now we'll come over here. Shoulder action. See, right there, I put a little bit, for the people asking, I put a little bit of thickness. Like that gives the sensation that the fabric is thicker, the three-dimensionality in the wonderful lie that is drawn. Put a little bracket in there. So that she has her. There, wrap that around. That. Here we go. Put a logo on the shirt, sure. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do real quick, because I'm getting a little lost for just a second, come back to the sketch layer and pull the opacity down. There we go. That way I can see clearer what I'm actually doing. And I'm back on my inking layer. Now, one thing I may start doing more of, but I don't do very often, is refine my sketch layer. I'm not the kind of guy, I should get one, whoops, here's got to load for a second, there we go. I usually get one sketch layer done and just sort of do, if I do a sketch layer, and do everything else on the inking layer. And that's just because I'm pretty good at knowing when I'm doing a piece like this with very little loom, that's a term, but very little concern about it. It's just whatever pops into my mind. I can just kind of knock it out a little quicker. Here we go. Professional waitress. A few pens, got her little notebook. Everything she needs is in her apron. Kick up her hip a little bit. I do think, looking at it, I want a little bit more hip thickness for the pants, which you won't see much of, but well, I know they're there. There we go. A little bit of thickness there. Here. We'll go here. Go here. And here. Still don't know what that say what was about. We'll have to try to find that out later. But if you are in the chat and you have questions or requests or civil commentary, you're more than welcome to hop on and say something. Her hands are a little big, but that's okay. I'm giving her fingerless gloves for no other reason than I think they're cool. A little coffee platter thing going. I spent a lot of time in Starbucks back several years ago, especially when my internet was dubious. There we go. There we go. Because she needs to have enough wings that she can fly away from her problems. Okay, hands down there. Serving as a slight weight counterbalance while she meanders her way through. Yeah, your hand's a little shaky there, Nick. Yep, because my hand's a little shaky today. That's okay. Got this weirdo still bundled up. Writing an English paper or something. I love the kind of gnarliness and jaggedness of the scarf that's somehow still up in the air when there should be no reason for it to be. There we go. I will do this. Oh, that's way too much of a tangent. I gotta play with that. Let's try there. That's a little better. Nice. Do this. Lord, we can do some more over here. Oh. Oops, hit the wrong button. Stole the white again. Happens. Woo. There we go. So that's a rough. It's not bad. Oh, we're doing by Trelena. Crocheting as I listen. It's like crafting together again. Wow, that really is on point. Trey, I hope you're doing well. And guys, don't forget to like and share and subscribe to this one and ring the bell on my channel because, well, never mind the furthermore and on my other channel, the Historical Fencing Guild, are scheduled. This program is not scheduled because it is my weekend program, and I have to be able to fit it in, which means it usually happens, well, frankly, about this time of the weekend. You know, around 3 o'clock on a Saturday is a great time to expect this program. But let's hide this and see how that looks. That's not bad at all. Let's do this. Fix that. It is funny because I was doing this character, and this character, the waitress, has a little bit of Trey energy. especially at different points that I've known her. A little bit of why life was good on aisle 4. But okay, so we've got that, and I've been drawing in squares so much that I kind of neglected half the page. So I'm going to have to do something over here. What am I going to do on this side of the page? Got the weight. That's not right. This is why we keep sketch layers. Anyway, boom, do that. We'll go here. I said we'll go here. That works. This is a very sketchy one. It's a good warm-up, I think. And we'll just outline the outside of it real quick. Yes, there are tools to do this both faster and straighter. There are shaped tools and everything else. Am I using them? Of course not. Because I need to get the practice. And I need to force myself to draw more. There we go. Now, of course, if you have any requests or commentary, it is welcome. Because I want to keep this as a program that helps folks relax, maybe learn a bit. Throw that there. We'll throw that there. We'll put a... Okay. Now let's do some just old-fashioned doing. Undo that. Overdid it. Whoops. That's fine. Come over here. There's going to be so much gray on this. Boom, boom, boom. That works. Boom, blacker skirt. That works too. Her little grip thing. Let's add a layer. Blend mode, multiply. Let's get some color in her here. Let's see. She needs a skin color. Let's go dark. Let's go fairly dark. Let's go real dark. Let's see how well that turns out. And I need my marker and my milliped. And I need a big honking milliped so I can kind of knock this out. Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, fun playing with it. How message? What message came in? People always love to message me when I am streaming. But it looks... Oh, that takes... The socks of no have come back. Okay. No one else... Another old reference. Don't worry if you don't get it. Let me just finish putting her... Which sounds terrible, but coloring her in? I don't know. And we can give her... What else does she need? She needs her hair. It needs to be a bold color. we'll probably go. Let's go a light pink. Oh, I've been doing a lot of pink here. No, I've been done. Let's see how yellow looks. Well, that looks actually good. I did that. That pops. Oops. I need to shrink that down a bit. There we go. Got a little more control. I can lamp it up just a touch to get past the control side. And I think I'll give her some pink streak. Well, I like that. Oh! Hello, Carl Witzman. How are you today? You know, a funny thing happened last night. I had a bout of insomnia due to the way the wind was going. I mean, I can debunk it. Sound like there was someone singing. And mysterious singing voices are more than enough to keep someone awake. There we go. So, I thought, well, shoot, I'll go back into the green room and see what's going on there. Well, the dangest thing that happened was the green room wasn't there. Oh, just noticed the show was on. Excellent. Hey, Carol. Hey, you guys are getting a nice turnout for once. This is good. This is one of my quieter shows. Add some room lighting here, and just lighten some places for effect. There we go. I'll visit with the traditional shading later, but go a little darker on the lip. I gotta zoom in. Yeah, we had to do things this morning. I also couldn't make it bigger on myself. I make life hard on myself because I get talking and distracted. Had to have a clear head. Bummer. Well, I have no doubt that a lot of people had trouble keeping clear heads. Just move this and see if I like that. Oh, I thought I would. And I do. We'll give that like an eyeshadow line. Actually, let's give her a fun lip color. She needs a fun lip color. Let's give her a green. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that looks good. Maybe. Well, that looks better. Okay, go a little Shigo with it. Where's my eraser? Eraser. And I forgot what layer it on. That's fine. We'll just go grab that. And we'll go back here. We'll fix it all up. A lot of this is speed paint stuff, but get rid of some of these holidays while I'm here. Shrink this down. Go not quite white to do her eyes. I'm going to use that. Oh, that's the color. Oh. Where Teddy's was drinking a little much, I thought it wise to cut him off. That happens. Unfortunately, that can happen anywhere, but especially on St. Patrick's Day. Still, it was good to see you guys briefly. I just had some matters to attend to. And when I got back, it was done. But Dawn was there to kind of catch me and tell me what was up, sort of. And I do love hearing from Dawn. No, she can't have. This girl cannot have a green apron because green aprons are like super trademark of the Bucks of Stars, and the siren will come for you if you try to use the green apron without justice. Oops, made a mistake. This is a fun for a quick warm-up, though. Let's see. So we need a color for the apron. So I guess it will have to be blue for Brian's room. That's an awful dark blue. Yeah, that'll do. We'll just roll this on there. This is just, again, this is where I play. I have to draw so often to keep my artist card active. It's good for my soul. I usually draw with mellow lo-fi music going. That seems like it would be a good. That'll look good. It's a good premise for building. And like I said, I take requests. So after this one is done, yeah, I was being responsible again. I thought I'd retired from that. That's the thing about retirement. Just when you think you've pulled it off, somebody will pull you back into the game. Now, this fellow over here, he's going to be easy. He needs gray for his hat. Yes, actually. I'm going to go back and backlight it to have the sign be quasi-reversed. Like, okay, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Good catch, though. And to do that, I should do that here. Do that. We're going to go to our black. Actually, I want not quite black. And I want to do this. That in there. It's not quite right. Well, we'll see what that in a minute. But a little higher bump over here. And then it's just reversed. I'm gonna take. I don't have my light pen, but I have to go to the. Oops. I'm gonna squish my screen again. Go back to the coloring liner. Almost made the classic mistake and grab this. Is this wide enough to do it right? Not bad. Oh, not at all. Not at all. I'm ADD, so I ricochet rabbit around the page anyway. And it all needs to get done. But I got to do a brief lesson in laying out anatomy that turned into this very colorful waitress, and I kind of dig her. She's got a lot going on in her world. And that's okay. Also tried to delay my show not to interfere with Sketchy Saturdays on Independent Comics Network. Because those guys are professionals. Folks should watch that program if you want to learn more about drawing and hear their opinions on, well, everything. But I still have my homework to do, and I bet that is the same shade I used. Yes, it is. So I'll have to change that hat, but that's okay. I can fix that. And I know the fill tool is a lot faster and a lot more effective. Whoops. Give me that back. Thank you. But I like the sketch practice and the frankly therapeutic nature of just coloring something in, especially coloring in without a lot of care, which sounds horrible, but it's really not. To make it stand out, we'll make his hat a paler gray, a grayer shade of pale. Now let's see, can I go? Thought I want. No, that's just wrong tool. So we go here. Yeah, it has to be that shade. That's fine. And I may come back to the drawing layer later. And play with that a bit, but oh, that's not, I don't want to use that brown, because that brown is a little too close to the brown I'm using on her. So we can look kind of maroon mahogany kind of look. I don't usually trust the fill. I don't trust the fill tool myself. It usually messes up something in my photo edits. If I'd approach this a little more, if I said seriously, that would sound bad, but you know, this is my warm-up sketch. I probably would have my layers closed up enough to get to use a fill tool fairly easily. But this color, yeah, that's a good color. And I'm only playing with the standard palette, not doing a lot of color picking, because I want this to be a fairly subtle image. I just missed that one. It'll work, and it feels, yes. However, I will tell you, the fill tool on Clip Studio Paint is significantly smarter than the fill tools I am used to using. That was interesting. Because it can refer to other layers or not at all. And you can tell this is Brian's brew and not Carl's brew, because if it was Carl's brew, she would have red hair. Just keep bumping that. Now, the game I did with Luke Stone is still funding on Indiegogo, and it has reached its first goal on FMC, so I'm rather proud of that. Since I backed out of Nerd Bacon, Luke's been rather busy, so I haven't been able to talk to him much about how things are going. I have to reach out again to him, see how he's doing there. But what color should the wall be? I think there's a lot of blue going on, so do I want to just keep that? Yeah, that's a pretty good color. Yeah, it's not great. This is just playing. And that's one thing people have lost the ability as adults to do, is play. And I think it's tragic, because we've turned play into work so often. And if you don't play right, you're not playing properly. You know, if your play isn't watching the same thing as everybody else, doing the same things, is it really play? And if you're enjoying it, you have to monetize it. It has to be financial success. It's all stressful. Sometimes you just need to say, hey, having a little fun here. Nothing real serious is going on. I have to fix the other technical goof, but I knew I would. Being I have to fix his feet, or lack thereof. But that will be done real easy and quite quickly. We're going to come to the normal layer and we're just going to go. There you go. Because that's all you really need to see of his feet. And the thing of the chair, it's all dark down there. No one's really paying that much attention. This is blurry, but I kind of like it. Let's see. Requirement, at least a red wig. Absolutely. Congrats on the set. Well, thank you. It's a challenging scenario. Well, this is really just silly fast. Whoops. That was interesting. I know what happened. That is a layer up issue. Victory for Zim. But yeah, we have to find our place and do what we can. My next projects will be probably working on the next iteration of Big Stompy Robots, because I do have a convention coming out, and it would be so cool to get that out in time. I don't think I'm going to be able to, because I don't want to rush it, but I do have a few other things I want to get out to the tables. It's a little... I want Hyperpath. There we go. There we go. Works better if I use the right tool. There we are. And then we'll come over here and we will grab a pale yellow for the glasses. There we are. Again, this is speed paint stuff, and I'm a little slower than I should be today, but that's okay. I see that the error, the very obvious error, is bugging me, so I have to do that. I don't mind the spottiness. Well, let's see. We're going to come here and use my favorite shading trick, which is to go multiply. After I've drawn everything I need, grab about a gray 30%. Am I rocking a 20? I think I'm rocking a 20 millipen. That's fine. And I can just go thunk, thunk. Anywhere the light does hit gets kissed by the millipen. Adds a bit of depth. And again, we're just throwing it there. Fast cartooning to get the sake that we're doing it done. I see some errors. I'll fix them later. We'll do this because that's where the shadows are. And it just automatically tints whatever it goes on top of. More people were probably killed by overwork and perfectionism than wars. Quite possible. And given the fact that it's possible to overwork and seek excessive perfectionism in warfare, it almost guarantees that statement. We need to learn to loosen up. And as I am under medical orders to do so, I am going to do so with my usual panache and flair. There we go. That was bugging me. I think. There we go. Oh, saving? Cool. I think that'll work for now. Not real challenging. It's a flat picture, but it was a warm-up. Very, very simple. Nothing to be hinky about. But it was fast, and it got the juices flowing. We're going to save as. Brian's brew coffee. I have to add coffee because that tells to something else. And ooh, oh no, you guys are getting to see some artwork you may not have seen because I was working on it, when I'm not live streaming. Oh no. Anyway, let that save. And I'm going to export the time lapse. It'll take it a second. So when I hit OK, my music will probably jump. Sorry about that. Oh, nope, still exporting. Logo. Art. Time lapse. Go off with that. Yeah, very, very quick, very, very shady. And we'll just put next, because that was a little rough. Normally I wouldn't use this one. I'm gonna go here. And we're going to go red with it. Oh, wait. I have to go file. Hold on. Who's here? Almost forgot. Save as. And save that. Yes, I know it's going to glitchy. Now we come back here. And we do in red. Never mind the further. We figure out where we're going to stash this in such a way that it's visible without attracting too much. It looks really good in the blue, and it stands out really good, just kind of centered on her too. But there we are. We'll do that. And see, by using this method, it helps me keep track of what episode number it is. NTF S1E 112. Yep, 112. And Trey is Joy working at today are burning wood in the basement. Oh my. Hi. He's I had an extra haul for flavor. He's out helping a friend with some computer issues. Yes. Always happening over here too. Though you good people. Let's get a new one. Since I've got a chat going, any requests? Well, actually, I need to do this one. Will be a painterly one anyway. But do you have any requests while I work on getting this all painterified? Painting is a whole different process. Well, I'm going to try to cross the streams at some point, but I'll probably do that on a square. What do we got going on? color. Am I feeling sunsetty, sunrisey? I am. I'm feeling sunsetty, sunrisey. So let's start with an airbrush and a big airbrush. I need some size to this. And no requests, just do what you like. Okay, I'm gonna work on that. I'll take it on that for. We're gonna just give this wide strokes airbrush tool a very horizontal cloud pattern feel. We're just giving this as our basis. This is going to be a nice classic. I'm going to do some older tricks I haven't done lately. And let's see, we're going to do this like so. And we'll come over here and we'll grab this for the bottom. All I'm doing is working down some pinks and just slightly off angle, very shallow airbrush strokes. Come at the edges a little bit, flourish it. Flourish it. A lot like you're scribbling in trees, but you want to get that sense of motion across there. Now, a lot of this is going to get lost, but that happens. Nice skyscape to free us up. Already got some good mirroring kind of vibe, so we can do some tricks with that if we like. Now we're going to come, whoops, that is not the panel I needed to open up. That is, though. We're going to add a layer. Standard normal layer, nothing to get hinky about. Now we're going to come over here to my favorite brush for this sort of thing, and that's being the thick oil paintbrush. It's a thick, it's got a slight angle. It usually lives at about, looks like 15 degrees. And I'm grabbing black. That's right. I'm cutting straight into this with black. Just a bit. The trick is figuring out where I want my line to be. That might be it. Let's do that. And again, zigzag. Cut in. Subtle sweep of the road. Oh. Watching you and Mike Jimmy, plus working on book covers, I'm starting to use more layers, even in photo editing. Less destructive that way, too. It really is. I find it safer. See, we're having a March right now, guys. It is very, very much a March. My parents have some beautiful paintings, and they're very, very much like this, almost abstract, but not quite so. I don't know, impressionist. I really wish Kat was in the chat because I'm terrible at telling what kind of art is. Because very often for me it's either art I like or art I don't, and it's such a broad spectrum. I'm gonna grab that dark gray for a minute. We're just gonna do this right here, and I'm Part of the reason why there's some slop here is I want it to have that that painted feeling. I don't want the digital perfection. I want the scrunginess just a little bit. Now I'm gonna hit it with some blur on the edges, probably, but I kind of know where this picture's going. Yeah, the reflection works pretty well. Now we're gonna come back. We're gonna grab our black again. So I have a little bit more to work on over here. And this is actually a little too consistent, a little too gray. So I'm gonna swap that in, and I'm gonna grab the blur tool. I like to wiggle it around a little bit, do these fast little circles to get the paints, and it really is. This part feels like paint to me. In form of each other, and then just pull it down so that you have the soft completing the soft and the hard white is just sort of getting to know each other. It's occupying the same space. Let's see. Still snowing here. Cold. Oh yes, it's up to 19 degrees and still at it. They Clyde Hall laugh. I showed him a comic folder and told him it looked like he showed a comic cover. It looked like Titian and Frazetta had a love child. Wow, that's something. That's a thing to say. Just get this black over. Like, Nick, you're covering over all that stuff. Yep. Because now we have to make this part more interesting. First, I'm going to raise the levels over here just a bit. I'm going to start cutting in some shapes. Now, a lot of this may look foreign to, well, a lot of people. But if I do it right, most of your country folk will have seen structures very similar to this as they drive. One of my favorite things, I have a photo somewhere I took on a drive recently. So right alongside the road and took the photo was this was of this this field that partially flooded and the sky was reflecting up into it, and I absolutely love that. Some houses in over here in the distance, and then between us and them come the best part of this kind of picture. The barren trees just reaching up. Because they just tell us a story. It's very, to me, this feels very Midwest morning. And I have a good spot where I can stick the red, never mind the furthermore. Very abstract trees. And they're happy abstract trees. I mean, I think I'd be off brand if they weren't happy. But put some of this over here by the house. Get a wide one, a little bit of attitude. This almost feels autumnal. I kind of like that. Now I need to do something really interesting to get this to work. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can do this right. A different layer. I think I need, if I remember right, it is, it's either overlay or soft. We'll try it. That was not what I meant to do because I was supposed to add a layer to it. That looks really cool. I learned how to do neat things by doing that sort of thing, so I don't feel bad that that just happened. I need to add a layer and then tweak it. Again, let's try overlay. And then we're going to grab this very pale yellow. Yep. Let's see. I like that. Get the headlights still coming in. Like that. Now I can just do a little bit. No, it won't overlay over black. That's because the light will shine gently in the water. So I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Again, it's a fast one, but it's got a good spirit to it. I didn't even sign the other one. That doesn't like me at all. Let's go to this layer. Let's grab. Whoa, that is grotesquely excessive. I don't want to sign this guy. It's a little too obvious. Hard to sign an image like this because it's a little too obvious. Oh, okay, I know what I'll do. I'm overthinking it. Get over here, grab myself a 7, grab myself a black, put it down. Close that so that people don't think it's tucking. That's not bad. Let's see. If I do this, yeah, by having the finer, I can fix the trees, which is good. Needed the finer head to fix the trees. Makes it a little busy, but that's okay. Busy happens. There we are. Thank you. And we will save as this. That'll do. I gotta do the export again. I'm still a little behind, but not too bad for my usual schedule. PNG. Save that there. Okay. Okay. File at time lapse. Export time lapse. I also have a bunch from last week. And I do the time lapses so people can watch the actual process who can't make the whole video. And because Xander loves watching them, likes the pictures drawing themselves. So, yeah. Unfortunately, it does that. I'm back here. I almost forgot. Anytime I save, my voice robots very, very badly. That's me putting the computer and the internet through more than it's designed to really do. That looks good. File. Come here. Said come here, dang you. File. Save as. Yes, thank you. I am aware of it. It's just a technical issue that I have to work around. That's why I usually get quiet while I'm actually saving. So we're going to do that. That goes there. And we've got one more that has to be done today. And then we'll do some sketches. For funsies. But I need to do something here. I think I'll slow down a little bit, even though I feel like I'm running behind today. Really get into this one. What am I running? Am I still running the Millipen? Give me. I want to do something with it. Give me the good pen. What needs to happen here? It's a Friday one. Friday ones are always extra special. I'm in a sci-fi mood, so let's do some quick and dirty organic mecha design. Without really having to think too much about it. Steppity, seal line, go down. Bit more organic than I intended, but we can work with that. Just give that flappity. Big hip actuators. I like big hip actuators. I can't lie. Maybe an outer actuator? Ooh. Something shielding? Maybe. I'm not really doing the arm thing right now. I'm not sure about that. It needs some. But let's do that. this. That's neat. So we'll throw something like that out there. That off a bit. Ooh, that's sexy. Nice mecha. Been a while. Just a quick, eerie, organic looking mecha. Oh, this thing is making me ask questions that I'm not quite sure how to handle. But I dig it. Put that in there. Okay. Let's see. Let's give it the one big honking horn over here. And you can put an actual, so that can be there. That shape is so shapy and almost gross. I kind of like it. Yeah, cool. Oh, more unnatural light lines. Unnatural light lines. Groovy. This looks like part chicken, part mech, part chicken carcass, but that worked. I don't know where this is going. And we're gonna add a layer. We're gonna go black. Let myself be a little unhinged for a minute there, and this is what happens. And we're gonna get rid of all this to give myself lots of room to play. Oh, the scrunchiness of this. It's just we got a chance to encourage a young nephew today who wants to be a writer. We didn't say run, which was our first thought. Well, I believe that all of us, I really believe that everyone is born naturally a creative, because we learn to create, we learn how to do it better, but we don't learn to create. I mean, as a kid, everybody sketches or plays with model play or something. There's something they do. Maybe it's musical, but everybody does something. And the creativity of it is this bizarre, inherently human function. And because it's an inherently human function, the powers that be, I think, would rather excessively try to limit and control it, because that seems to be the pattern. And I can't really call that a good thing. So the fact you're encouraging him, and if he wants to be a writer, at least chase the dream for a while, Too many people give up on their dreams for practicality far too easy. And I think that's what's killing a lot of America. I was lucky to have encouraging teachers and parents. I had an interesting mix of encouragement and vicious denial from different authority figures. And because of that, art will always be something spiteful for me. my writing will always have an element of a few of you realized I could do this, but many of you had no idea and you tried to stop it. And there's no reason for anyone to ever be that way about creativity. It should never have, no one should have to feel like they're bad because they're writing or that they're drawing or that they're somehow a failure. And there were some entities in my life who worked really hard to put me through that. And there were some who were like, I love this. You have to keep going. Unfortunately, I listened to the people and elements that encouraged me more than, it took me a long time, but more than those who put me down. So you have no idea how much good you're doing. If you want to write, be honest. Tell them it's not easy, but don't let them just give it up because don't encourage that surrender. I believe those of us who are gifted with an odd perspective, assuming it's not outwardly morally problematic, have an obligation to lost my mind, to try to make it manifest. Now, I've worked very hard and put everything into some projects, especially recently, and they have not manifested. And maybe they weren't supposed to. But the effort has taught me a lot. And that's how I'm staying sane about it. There's going to be so much lime green in this. Well, it looks like an exposed model. What was I thinking when I designed this weirdly organic version of a Big Stumpy robot? I was thinking that I'm going to draw it, put it in the tank, oh no, what is the vector sect doing now? Those of you who aren't familiar with Big Stompy Robots lore, and you really should be, they're good books. I'm very proud of them. The Vector Sect are a group of basically mad scientists who've taken advantage of the planet's independence to Hey Carl, oh Grant's back. Hey Grant. It's tough when you have negative voices in your life. Oh, and now Donna wants me to help at dinner. Well, have a good evening. You too. Thanks. I have mixed feelings on the whole stable job that's a sure thing versus this is my dream job but unstable debate. I think we all do, and I think the trick is if necessity dictates the stable job, right? There's no harm in that. However, if you're you shouldn't ever let the stable job prevent you from chasing a dream to a portion. people have this idea that you have to. Oops, I don't like that one. Oh, that's okay. You have to have your cake, and you can only do one or the other. And I don't believe that. It's tiring, and you may not be able to fully fulfill yourself, but I see no reason to not try. And I think it's better to try to dream and fail than spend all your days regretting that, oh my gosh, I didn't have a dream. It didn't work. But I'd love to hear your opinion on things. You went into graphic design because you thought it would be a stable way that could be creative. Turns out to be neither stable nor creatively rewarding. That's something that happened to a lot of people who got pulled into the graphic design bubble. A whole lot of people got into that thinking, I get to be an artist and chase my dream. And really, it doesn't allow for that. And I think that's rather tragic, but I think it's a all too common story. However, I think you're doing pretty well with what you've managed to do in that Beowulf is in comic shops and things, and you're living a variant of your dream, and I'm hoping sincerely that that's enough to whoops, I forgot. Come here, undo that. Refer only to editing layer for now. Don't quite know why that's doing it that way. It's not supposed to, but we'll do that. Global mode multiply. Global layer. Oh, I see what happened. I'm still on the editing mode. Anyway, the work you're doing is still remarkable, Grant. And it may not give you the finances you thought, but I blame a lot of it for I went to a for-profit college that, yes. Now, I will be honest, I went to a state school. I went to Purdue. And I got filled with a whole series of BS that of what my degree was going to be in and how things were going to work, and it's actually quite tragic. But I think it's a matter of we have to adapt with what we've got from what we've learned how to do and try to hold our own. And it's not easy because a lot of us were blatantly lied to. And all you can hope in the end of it is that that what you're doing finds some way to both pay the bills, and you have to find some manner of methodology that lets you keep your soul. And I am not saying that that is an easy thing at all. I'm just saying I think that's the only way that one can deal with such things. So, I mean, It's not easy, but I do believe you can do it, and I do believe that what you're doing is genuinely impressive. And I think it's easy for those of us who are doing things that people for a long time have told us are impossible. Let's see. I shouldn't be bitter, but sometimes I think how much better off I would be if I'd been working on my comics since my early 20s. That's a real and it's a very valid emotion to have, but it's a dangerous one because it's easy to look back onto the past and go, if only, if only, if only. And it's a great way to basically destroy yourself and remove any hope you have in finding joy in the future. And I think you deserve a bit better than that. You're gonna have to start charging me for psychiatric help. Not at all. I just have perspectives. I work very hard not to be anything. I nearly became a counselor. I nearly became a priest at different points in my life. Nothing did everything I needed to do, so I just ended up kind of giving up and trying to be, if possible, a good man. And I don't know if that still exists sometimes, but I know good men, and I try to hold to the standards that I feel that they've instilled in me. And that's all we can do. Now, I'm certainly not a professional medical care provider for anyone watching on YouTube, because people get confused on these sorts of things, but I have from time to time talked to some folks and tried to help folks out. And knowing me, I'll probably continue to do so. But that's just part of the whole shebang, isn't it? You do what you can with what you got. I keep joking that I'm going to put a doctor's in my Uber. That's understandable. A lot people are hungry to be heard. I think more than anything right now, for all the noise, there's very little message going on, and people are hungry to be heard and to be made to feel worthy. There's a lot of lack of acknowledgement that what people do matters, what they're trying to do matters. And you'll always have folks that come in seeking to be justified. Man, this almost has a Brian Rodman kind of feel. Like Lucy from Peanuts. Yep. This is the part where I'm almost tempted to say, and like Lucy from Peanuts, if you want to donate, my PayPal is paypal.com/Nicholas Tucker. What I do is not self-right. I'm too light of color. What? Wait a second. I'm on the wrong tool. Like, this isn't working right. Why isn't this working right? But if you have an opportunity to help folks, I think there's a definite need for it. Okay? I think people really need a certain grade of assistance these days. And being able to provide what you can that makes life a little more bearable on some people might just make the difference in someone's life. So I find myself going, well, what will bring joy? What can help? And what's worth it? Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. And by doing that, you get to sort of I don't know. It's a challenge, but you make the world a little better. And if all we ever do, guys, is make the world just a little bit better, I think it's cumulative. I think that's one of the great tricks that certain types of entity would not want us to know, is that the little guy just doing the best they can genuinely makes the world a better place. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it is something I believe. There we go. File save as Ghost Stompy. But I think that's all. You create a story about heroism, right, Grant? You create a story that helps people build up and transcend who they were to become who they can be. That seems like a noble practice. That seems honorable and righteous and glorious. I think that's something that has merit, and I think I forgot to sign my picture again. I don't know if I'll be able to use this or just use this as, a reference. But you just gotta keep at it, Grant. You gotta keep trying, keep building, keep dreaming. Now, I have failed pretty much spectacularly. On the scales I was thinking I was operating on, I have failed almost monstrously when it comes to what I've been trying to do. And I've had some people really kind of come at me about it, like, well, you spent all this time doing this and it didn't work, and you spent all this time doing that. But on one side, if you learned from it, you didn't fail. Okay? And that's where you have to realize that you can't hold your difficulties against you. Instead, wear them as a badge. And yeah, maybe graphic design didn't teach you. Yeah, no rest for the wicked. Exactly. Maybe graphic design didn't teach you, wasn't what you wanted it to be, but it also taught you a lot of skills that you can use in what you do. I'll be honest, all three of these pictures have been not feeling like they're 100% today. Some days you feel on, some days you feel like, God, it's just not where it needs to be. Nothing quite fits how I want it to. And that's okay. Because, you've heard of the artist's conundrum, right? The artist's conundrum, the artist's folly, is the fact that the artist is always better at the end of a picture that they do than at the beginning. So to an artist, a picture will never look correct. It will always look not as good as it could have been. But because you've learned a little bit. And that's cumulative. That's how we get better. But it takes a while. You have to have distance and appreciate what you're doing and how you got there. I need to do at least one fun picture real quick. And then I'll wrap it up so that I can go play Magic with my wife, which is what she wants me to do. And I am happy to. But I need... Let's see what the real G pen does. That's a fun pen. That's a clean pen. Need to keep trying. You need to keep trying. And it gets better, and we get better. And everything we do, guys, you only have one opponent. I tell people this when I'm training them in swordsmanship, especially people who need adaptation. You only have one opponent that matters. And the opponent that matters is the version of you that's sitting on the couch eating Funyuns and not doing anything else. The version of you that isn't trying, the version of you that isn't out there doing something with their life, that isn't living. That's the enemy, because that's the enemy that calls you constantly. When the doctor tells you need to eat right, that's the enemy that's like, but you really don't want to. You want to, do this. When, you have things you have to get done. The enemy inside you that says, "Oh, but you can just slack. It doesn't matter." Just. And this is not a healthy rest. There's nothing wrong. Oh, that leg is all derpy because I'm not where I need to be mentally on it. Give me a second. There we are. There's nothing wrong with resting, but you have to rest with intent. I'm resting to feel better. I'm resting because my body needs it. My mind or spirit needs it. And I'm going to rest actively. That is my goal. If I'm taking a nap and I'm trying to rest my body, why should I worry about anything else? That's not what I'm doing right now. Right now, I am resting. Right now, I am mindful. So I'm listening to the music to hear what's going on. I don't like that. Let's do something else. Let's give her this paw hand up again. Fisty dude on her shield. And we'll give her. Oh heck, I'm on a bush sword kick. I'll give her a bush sword. That looks good. Give a little thing. Give her a bush sword. Bam. Anyway. Exactly. Because it still takes, everything people do takes work. You know, there are people who tell you, well, you should be watching this television program and paying attention to it. You know, because that's what we're talking about right now. And if that's what you're about, and you want to talk about the same thing that everybody watched, you have to work at that, watching that program. Put in that many hours of your time, either streaming or back in the old days, just watching out loud. Watching out loud, you know what I mean. Action. I'm in a short stack gobble mode. I don't know why I'm in a short stack gobble mode. I'm in a short stack gobble mode. I'm gonna do a little short stack gobble fighter. Simple lines, nothing to stress. But anyway, that's going to be a 10. We need to do that and that. Across, like that. There we go. But, I choose to not spend my time watching, you know, program 246 that they want you to watch. I don't have time to watch that. I watch TV and I watch some things that are popular if I think they have merit, and some things that aren't. But if it's not inspiring me or uplifting me in some way, or giving me escape or hope, why would I watch it? When it comes to doing, yeah, I could play Magic with my wife, have a good time. I could play D&D with people. That's what I may choose to do with my time. But the thing is, most people don't realize time is going to get spent, whether you choose what you do with it or not. We're all going to age, whether we want to or not. It's a constant. So the option becomes, and this really is a neat pen. I like this pen. If I'm letting myself, if I'm aging anyway, if the time that I spend is never coming back, that is the most important resource I have. So I have to spend it on things that matter. Why I realized I was spending hours prepping art for my streams. Why not do a stream while I prep the art? why not use that time to practice, to get in shape, to tell my stories? And right now, I am in a position where I have to be calm. And in many ways, it's tragic because it's meant I've had to stop doing things I genuinely enjoyed. But it also forces me to be mentally aware of what's bringing me joy and what's bringing me anything else, And I can't let time be wasted. So I'm not. And I think that's a big part of the value in what I do. It may not be what I'm, the subject I'm talking about. It's the framework around it, If you love building things and construction is your jam, you should work in construction. You should do construction. There's never shame in making cool stuff with your hands. But we need to stop treating like work has to be drivel and, well, art is just fun, so that doesn't count. Like it's not work. Art takes a huge amount of work and dedication. Writing takes a huge amount of work and dedication. The idea that you're going to tell a story in one of the most complex formats known to man and tell a good story, and you're not just regurgitating the work of greats while you're kind of being obsessed by their ghosts. It means you're in a place farther along than a lot of other people. And even if your work is transformative, like you did a story on Beowulf. It's a great comic. It's still your story, and you're taking a piece of historical literature and making it into something. Timing and doing stuff. I know that you've been dealing with the passing of your pet, who was very involved and inspirational in that story as well. And that's hit you hard. But there could, amid the pains of sorrow, there may be a real lesson there to be discussed. Where, you suddenly realize that time, the passing of pets is a wonderful reminder in that it reminds us that we don't have all the time in the world either. And I try not to be sad or morbid, especially on the show. But keeping that perspective will motivate you sometimes to go forward. And I'm all about the things that motivate me to keep moving. And sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if you're even still here because I'm kind of in the throes of a picture. But I don't know what's going on with her little booties, but I like it. There we go. Do that. Give her a little kind of Tifa combat boots. Alrighty, that looks pretty good. I am inordinately fond of this pen. Let's get rid of that real quick. Yeah, I can work with this. Close that up real quick. Catch the pieces that I missed. This is a fun one. Oh, there we go. And a hairline probably is in order. There we are. With the sword and edge. Notch because she has been using it. I think her shield needs some notches too. that shield has definitely been through a lot. So do that, do that, and do that. And we'll come back with the pen. We're using Zoot. Darken that back up. There we are. Make sure it's got some 3D elements. Let's see. Next layer, let's flat this, so that'll be a multiply layer. We're going to swap over because I want that bold style I've been running. So we'll go marker, Millipen. I like my Millipen. It's a good marker. And honk it, apply it a bit. Yeah, honk apply it. We're going to line green. She's a very green goblin. Anybody in the chat want to talk about the color of her hair yet? I will accept it. I'm going to make her bright. Oh, her eyes. Oh, her eye navigated a bit, didn't it? Yeah, maybe. Something happened. He doesn't have a lot of exposed goblin skin, but we'll do that. A little bit right there. We'll do that. Oh, her ears. Her ears. She's definitely going full highlighter goblin, though. And we'll grab her hair. Yeah, she's definitely highlighter goblin. I haven't done a highlighter goblin in a while. Nice character who's like, I am insanely bright colored. Makes it fun. Makes it, whoops, fun. I'm gonna have to clean that up a bit, but that's okay. Let me move this for a moment. There we go. Get this other chunk of hair. I gotta get in there. That's fine. That's fine. I have a lot of cleaning up to do, but that's okay. Let's just go keep her armor mostly classic blue gray. I'll figure out what colors I want to make things. Anyway. This is a fun gobbo. And I needed this for flatting purposes. This will be the last picture of the day, because like I said, I owe my wife a game of Magic, and I do. Oops, I zoomed wrong. Give me a second. I haven't lost everything. No, see, it's right there. I just lost my mind for a moment. Color her in. Enough that I can swap the colors out for colors I actually want. I realized I made a mistake. I will fix it in a moment. But this will let me have space to see what she's actually about. Probably about 3 feet of pure trouble is what she was actually about. Scared the tar out of me, little goblins run around going, battle cry goblins. Better than kobolds, though, I suppose. Anyway. We need. Alrighty, let's do some repair. So we'll come down here, go here, let her tooth back out. Crazy fluorescent eyes, of course. What highlights do we want to use on this? Oh, we need this because, of course, we need to do some of this action. because she has not been messing around. Okay, we'll pull this in. Let's see. Let's see. She keeps hiding from me for some reason. I still have some work to do here, so let's get some of these problems fixed real quick. And all I'm doing is picking the color next to some of the issues and fixing it best I can. It's a real fast process, nothing to sweat. There we go. Now we'll take the eraser and we'll clean up around. That eraser's a little too big. So let's shrink this eraser down to something a little more manageable. Or crannies. I still have that area to fix. I haven't forgotten. Okay, so maybe I did a little bit. But let's fix that now. Go here. Go pen, black. That's my middle pen. There we go. Let's go normal blend mode, multiply, and let's try a color stack version of shading for a minute. Let's see if it's going to let me. It will not with these highlights. Good to know. Okay. Take this, and we will use these slight. That's part of my problem. I am using the G pen. Well, I should be using the middle pen. There we go. Oh. A little old-fashioned cell shading. It'll make it pop. I'm really not worried about that. Your sword is black? Yes. We're going to do a bit of this. And a bit right here. Get in all those nooks and crannies. There we go. That'll keep her. She does have a little bit of drifty eye. She's a drifty eye, but I think it's okay. Maybe. That. Shade all this. I need a fatter shader for a moment. At 25. Let's knock this out a bit. Speed. All that gets shaded. All that gets shaded. A little bit here. A little bit here. A lot there. Okay, cool. She's just a quick shaded gobbo girl in a gobbo world. You can barely bear it. It's so barbaric. She's a gobbo girl in a gobbo world. Okay. And then come right here. And we will go very small, relatively. We will just I'm on the wrong layer for that, aren't I? Yes, I am. Undo, undo, undo. And we'll add one more layer. We'll go normal with it. And Let's make that soft light. Nope, that can't work with soft light. Hard light? There it is. I'm gonna have to play with the layering on this one just a bit. I don't think this is the right mode. Let's think about this. I will play. I want to have a very distinct, bright color mode. Once I figure out what kind it is, because it's not normal and it's not multiply. I gotta play with that a bit. There it is. We're slightly natural glow. Why? Because she's a magic goblin. And then I can do some shading things with it, and I can put a little bit of the lighting. This things like this. It affects the black better. Yeah. Just like that. Yeah, well, what I'll do is I'll just do this. I know what it needs. I've got a key factor. Pull the opacity down. Just enough that it's there. There we are. Then she becomes the goblin version, add glow, of the Black Knight. There she is. That's fun! Now we can add another layer, make it normal, grab a shape, fill, cool. We definitely want to use black. Look at this one, get one shot at this. Do that. And then literally just erase her out with a little bit wider. In my, it doesn't matter, I'm using the red so we can grumble with yellow one spot color. And then I'll here. I'll fix the black later. Look, it's Scratch and Sniff. Do all that. We're almost there. I like to find different ways to do the exact same thing. just come over here. Whoops. All those shaking lines. Here, grab that. Go here. Go. What size are we running? Give me a 20. 20 is a good size. Put you for something like this, and I can put it back where I want it. I have to fix that one spot over there, but I forgot. That's too much out of here. That's okay. Ew. Yes. There goes the little goblin girl. Well, I'll take my eraser and go here. Clean that up just a bit. Take the size way down to something manageable. Right here. Yeah, I think I'm back in shape now. Alrighty. I'll save as Abo Black Knight. Save that. Save as a ping. And yes, I know. Layer information can go to pot. That's fine. Export time lapse. So the last one. These will all be up with the rest later. Guys, I hope you've had a wonderful time. I hope this was entertaining for you, and I will see you Monday for Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m.